Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a Bible journal process video for you. I am super excited because today Kelly Bangs releases the new set for her God of All Seasons series. So far she has done fall and winter, and now we have God of All Seasons spring, and it is beautiful. It is all things spring. This just screams cherry blossoms to me, which I love. Look at these girls on their bikes. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, some gorgeous, gorgeous florals that I am loving. And then there's some papers that go. You have this gorgeous scene that you can lay these other pieces down on and create. Beautiful. I love it. These are some of my favorites. I think that is so gorgeous. More florals, more florals. This one would be beautiful to print out on sticker paper, do some fussy cutting, and all of these gorgeous trees. So I am planning on using this new set to journal today in the book of Ecclesiastes. So I will put you all on fast forward. I will link everything that I end up using down below. Some of those will be affiliate links, just a heads up on that. All right, let's go. So I'm not planning on using any astounding new techniques in this Bible journal passage, but I think that's the beauty of the print and pray products or any digital products is that you can kind of flex your creative muscle, use your creativity, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just appreciate someone else's artwork and use it in your own creative time as you worship and dig into the words. So I'm excited to work on this page in Ecclesiastes. I am focusing on the famous passage in chapter 3 where it says, "There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace." I am using my mildliner highlighters and my ruler to highlight each verse that I am focusing on in a different color. And then from that point, you can see I'm bringing out totally straight. And from that point, I'm switching to the other side of the mildliners, which is the thinner side. And the colors are going to kind of explode out from there. So I'm very carefully kind of tracing just to make sure the lines stay straight and kind of creating this color spectrum look with just the mildliners. These mildliners are awesome because it's a really beautiful saturated color. It's not going to cover up text, which is perfect. And it also does not bleed through the page or really create any shadowing. So these are really ideal for using in your Bible journaling. So if you haven't picked up a set of these, definitely check them out. They come in a ton of colors. I absolutely love them. So you can see I'm kind of creating this spectrum look. And for me, focusing on the spring has been really healing, actually. So my husband and I were just talking the other night about healing and how the past year has just been so difficult. And in some ways, I don't even think we've been able to process all of the things that have gone on, all of the stress, just this underlying stress that has been hanging over everyone. And it does feel like the spring of 2021 is kind of coming out of it. And I told him I really do feel a healing that is starting to happen. And I think that that is just a wonderful thing to focus on. And so I wanted to create this page kind of as an ode to spring. I love the springtime. I love the renewal, the new life, the new flowers, the beautiful colors. And I wanted to thank God for walking with me through the past years because He is a God of all seasons. He is there in our difficult seasons and He is there when things are being made new again. So I wanted to thank Him for being there in all of those seasons seasons, and then just have this beautiful ode to spring just to kind of mark this point that I do feel like healing is happening. Once I get that beautiful spectrum down on the page, now I'm just going to start playing with where I want these pieces placed. I did cut them out with my silhouette this time, which is why you see the little white border around all of my different images that I have. And I was just kind of playing with the pieces. I knew I wanted these girls riding their bikes, and the trees were kind of too small for me to include. And so I was trying to come up with how I can create the scene. And I just love the joy on those girls' faces, just riding the warmth. You can like feel the warmth of the sun, the wind in their hair. I think it is so fun. I like the word bloom because I feel like that is what's happening right now. It's what I feel is happening with me personally. And so I wanted it in there. And now I'm just playing with a few of the little pieces that really just represent spring, the butterflies and the bees. I'll find a little bird here in a minute. And of course, all of the beautiful florals that Kelly Bangs is famous for. I love me some Kelly Bangs florals. So it's fun having all of the pieces cut out in advance and being able to just kind of play, like piece them around, see what you like, see what looks good, see what doesn't work for you. And I really enjoy this part of the process. I call it kind of trying on the pieces. So it's like trying them on the page just to see what really calls to me, what feels right in the moment. Once I get everything where I like it, I do go ahead and adhere things down. I cut that part out so you guys didn't have to watch that. I did come across a tab that I wanted to include up there that says hello, because I just want to welcome this new season, what I really hope will be a season of just renewal, a season of growth, just healing. Healing is a word that I've been thinking about a lot lately. So that's what I wanted to focus on. Now I have my mildliners and my ruler back out, and I'm just going to add some journaling lines. And just to change it up, I'm going to use my mildliners to add my lines again in rainbow order. So I'll start with that red color. And I knew in advance I was going to put journaling up here. I do like to put journaling lines. You'll have to let me know, are you someone that has to have the journaling lines? For me, I feel like when I write freehand, I tend to always, it curves or goes at a slant and it ends up bugging me so much. So I almost always add journaling lines when I'm going to add a prayer in my Bible. I'm not good without it. So you'll have to let me know. Are you team freehand or team journaling lines? I'm definitely team journaling lines, and I actually really liked these rainbow lines for sure. Once I do get that last line down, then I will go ahead and journal. And like I said, I'm just journaling a prayer to God, just telling him that I know that he's God of all seasons, that I felt him walking with me through the trials of the past 12 months, and that I feel his presence now as there's kind of a renewed spirit of hope in the air. And I just wanted to make sure to notate that in my Bible. All right, so I'll take my scissors and trim off just the few little edges that are sticking out over here. And this page is almost done, but I wanted to add just a little something extra. So you know me, I can't resist a little shimmer. So I pulled out my Deco glitter pen, and this is like a glitter paint pen, silver glitter, and I'm going to use it to outline the word spring. And it turns out I really liked that. So then it got a little bit crazy. So I decided to go ahead. I thought, well, I'll just do some lines within these colors and add a little glitter that way. So I started with that, and then it kind of snowballed after that. You guys, I just can't help it. I love glitter too much. So man, I went for it. I decided to highlight the verses, and then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to add glitter to all of my mild liner lines. And that's what I did. And it is so pretty. I love the shimmer. And it's so funny because I know a lot of people that do create entries and do things for YouTube do not like to use glitter and foiled things because it doesn't show up well in pictures, but I just can't resist. So I added it all over this gorgeous page and called it done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Like I said, I've listed all the supplies down below, including this beautiful set from Kelly Bangs. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.